Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman.
Haunting, atmospheric tones from the heart of the guitar world in Guildfordshire, England. Which is a great link because Rob and I have got two artist signature guitars here from British artists.
I hadn't made the link when you said link. I was like, what's the link?
The link.
It's England. England is the link.
Do you know, I'm not sure if Lee Malia is English or Scottish or whatever, so we just call him British. Pretty sure he's British.
UK-ish. He's from the UK land.
He's from UK land. Yes. The United Kingdom of Kingdoms.
The United Kingdom of Kingdoms. Bring me the horizon. Lee Malia. Lee Malia? Lee Malia? I'm not sure how to pronounce the surname.
I guess that's his choice, isn't it? Malia, Malia.
Let's solve the whole thing. This must be his favourite colour scheme because the last time I saw this exactly the same colour scheme was in one of their music videos of playing a Les Paul.
He has got a thing going on. So Lee Malia's relationship with Epiphone started with his artisan Les Paul, which will appear on screen now. Has been available for at least the last couple of years, and
he's got some taste because it looks really good.
It's got that 70s artisan kind of vibe going on. And I've got to say, hats off to Lee Malia and everything like that. Signature guitars can be a bit hit and miss sometimes, but his was a hit. Very popular.
Well, this is going to be a hit because it looks beautiful with its maple top and its mahogany body and neck. And it's got a couple of really interesting... Well, it's got one really interesting thing that I've never seen done before. Shall I tell them what it is?
Do it, Rob. Give us the lowdown on the hoedown.
I knew you were going to say hoedown. In the neck, at number one, we've got a P90 kind of vibe.
That's it. Remember Bullseye?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Ready? Special prize!
So I'll do the... in one.
Is a P90 from Gibson.
In two.
Is a humbucker by Gibson. It's a signature humbucker for Lee.
In three.
Is a random trapdoor within which is buried a dormant single coil that's not, you don't use it, just so that you don't get hum when you're doing the clean in between positions and the tappy sounds.
Cavity.
But what's great is you get these really... Or so I've just established it's two volumes and a tone, but yeah.
I think it sounds great. So they're American Gibson pickups. The back humbucker, I think, is a Lee Malia signature humbucker with them. Although the Explorer is badass cool, it has an evil twin brother coming with it that you don't know about yet. And I know that probably a certain fluff will be excited for. They are bringing back the RD.
All right.
So there's going to be a Lee Malia, so exactly the same kind of vibe, so that kind of walnutty finish with the gold hardware and the floral inlay and everything, but in an RD as well. It looks awesome.
How interesting. One thing they got, in my opinion, wrong.
Okay. Be constructive, Rob.
I'm going to have to be
critical.
constructive. It's my job.
It is your job
to be constructive. The shape
tulip.
of the tulip tuners, just purely the shape, means that it's so difficult to tune without touching the other tuners that actually it took me quite a while to get this in tune. Now, it's not a difficult thing to change, and maybe if you're...
And it's a signature guitar.
Maybe
so
if
maybe
you're younger...
Lee Malia's got specially
I don't think Lee's
fingers.
got tiny hands. I'm just saying it's the first time I have ever demoed a guitar where I have immediately gone, these tuners are too close together. So in my opinion, try and tune it.
Oh, I can't. It's not possible. Look, literally.
So you can't do it.
No, do you know? I know what you mean. I don't know if that's a choice of these tuners or the Explorer style shape.
It's
the
headstock.
headstock.
They're the wrong shape.
But anyway,
that's the only thing. What have you got, Lee?
I've got a guitar by another unbelievably successful British artist.
Is it Neptune? Because you've got lots of tridents all over it. Look.
Where?
There's a trident there.
Oh, the E.
There's a trident.
I don't know. I'll give you a clue if I can remember how to play it. Or something like that. So if you don't recognise that riff, that was written by James Bay on his original 1966 Epiphone Century, which I think he's had for a long time. And I had the opportunity to meet James last year, and
he's quite famous, isn't he?
He's very famous now. But it was one of those interesting conversations where the guitar, this old 66 Century he's got, which is a rattly old, awkward to play semi-acoustic guitar, but that pretty much all the riffs on his first album, Chaos and the Calm album, they just almost wouldn't have worked with any other guitar. So the fact that they've got those very airy, raspy, almost rattly kind of sounds to it just makes it work. And he's a complete fan of his guitar. He owns 2 or 3 original Epiphone Centuries, but his cherry one is his favourite one. And last year, I think Epiphone released like a standard reissue of the Century, very popular, which is a satin finished cherry guitar. And then this year they've done a limited edition James Bay version, which has got an American Kinman P90 in it. It's gloss finished, comes with a case. I'll put a link in the description below so you can see what else kind of is different about it or unique about it. But it's just sort of, again, I can be constructively constructively critical. And this isn't a quality issue. This is just by default of the design. My hand
turns you into karate master.
I can literally probably get, you can start playing licks up to about the 12th fret. At the 14th fret. Anything you want to go above that, you're into this sort of very awkward sort of claw hand.
No money.
Ingve could do it.
There's no money up there.
There's no money up here. This is for show. Up here for show.
Is that an industry saying?
Yes, it's up here for show, down here for dough.
Right. Did you just make that up?
No, I've heard that. Someone.
Right.
And it's completely hollow, so it's probably going to feed back like a complete bugger if we put a lot of gain on it.
Try it.
Do you know what? That's all right. I thought that would be worse, but that's not bad. We're not crazy loud in here, but we're pretty loud. You've got the added advantage that when you're playing at home, in fact, almost with no volume gives you an idea of how rattly these guitars are almost supposed to be.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
How long does the wooden bridge last for?
Do you know, one would quite rightly, I guess, assume that a wooden bridge will wear out faster than a one with metal saddles. But honestly, it's really common to see, jazz guitars and semi-acoustic guitars with these wooden bridges on them. And honestly, in like my entire time at Andertons, I'm trying to think how many times I've had to order a spare one for a customer.
Right.
And it's honestly can't think. So maybe there's not a lot. I guess one of the things there probably isn't is a lot of actual movement over the bridge of the strings because there's no tremolo arm. So maybe it doesn't wear it down that fast.
So whatever you do, don't equip this with a Floyd.
Yeah, don't put a Floyd on. But you got just a tone and a volume. It's... And I was intentionally, we've gone and got a TC Hall of Fame. If you've not heard the album, it's got these crazy haunting reverbs over those sort of riffs, and just with the amp alone, it's not right, is it? It's got to be. I love it. So simple, but it's such a classy sounding. It is.
It is a bit of a shame that it's only got one pickup.
Well,
would have been nice to have had the option of another pickup
and a Floyd and
I've
robot
got
tuners.
3,
and
so
yeah. Well, there you go. No,
so I'm 2 better than you.
I'm to be totally honest with you. I think these kind of guitars, where they're ergonomically perhaps a bit more challenging to play and a bit more limited in terms of sound. It forces you as the player to get the most out of it. Do you want to change amps?
Just to annoy everyone on YouTube, we're just going to keep the amps as well. I think that's.
So do you want to? What kind of a jam can we do?
Chuck on that plimsoll then. Let's have a look. You can play up here, provided you use your right hand. Which obviously James Bay would do a lot of.
I don't think I've ever seen James finger tap, although I'm sure he could. He's a very talented
man. He's real
man.
quick. You don't notice it. He's all. That's the way he.
Graduate of. What would you have out of these two?
Well, I own 5 maple-topped, mahogany-bodied EX type guitars, so I'd probably go for this, to be honest.
Really? Yeah, I love that.
That's why I'd like it.
Yeah, I love that. I'm into it because it's just a ropey old. No, ropey's the wrong word. Scratchy, kind of rootsy old guitar. You can just imagine sitting on your porch, kind of just banging out some blues.
I wish I had a porch.
Do you? I've got a Porsche 911. I'll take you out one day. Anyway, look. So obviously, there's the only real link between these guitars is that they're both Epiphone and they're both signature guitars for British artists. So hooray for Britain!
And there you go.
Doing
And
its
if you
bit for
buy
world
both
music.
of them, Lee will take you out in his Porsche.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Boop,
Then. Maybe. So that's it. Look, that's it. Thank you very much for watching Andertons TV. I will put links in the description below where you can find out more about these.
James and Lee, for making such lovely guitars with a great company.
Yeah, and if either of you are watching and would like to be on Andertons TV anytime, just private message us and we would love to have you on the show. Good luck.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And guess this, Grace, guess this? Grace? Me. Try cutting that beginning in.
Dad,
Yes.
Dad is a little bit, he's not my dad, but he is a dad. We're both dads. Speaking as fathers, Lee is tired.
Yeah. Grace started going to school about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. And I said, I'll do the school run. Don't worry, Mum, you know, it's a bit easier. And I kid you not, to avoid the traffic, I'm getting up like an hour and a half earlier than I probably have done for the entire last 40-something years of my life.
That would explain why you just called me Grace.
I know. Anyway, what I wanted to say was...
He's not my
Mum.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.